What's up, people, man? It's your boy Spaces, man, and today we have Complete 15 ready to go. It is release day. Now, I would like to send a special shout out to Native Instrument for sending this over early. Allow me to test this out to show you guys, and I'm just excited about it, man. You have to be excited about Complete 15. Will it bring value to you? I don't know, but it definitely brought value to me. We're going to dive into this. This is going to be a I don't want to say very long, but it's going to be a longer video. But I do have the chapters marked in the description. So if you want to skip to something, it is available for you to skip to. So definitely want to give you that value on this particular video itself. But for right now, we diving right into Complete 15. Let's go. All right, before we dive into this, man, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, man. It's free to you, doesn't cost you anything, but it does help the channel out, helps the algorithm know what is important to you, what you like to see, and hopefully we got a lot to talk about, man. So let's definitely go. We want to dive right in. Now, I want to say this: Complete 15 or Complete Control 15, there was not a lot of changes to this. The main thing we want to look at is Kontakt 8. That's where it all goes in at, and that's where the fun starts. So we're going to definitely look at that. Let's take a look at it. Here it is. Man, this thing has a very beautiful upgrade. I love the way it looked off the top. It has a more up-to-date look. Now on this end here, if you want to get rid of this here at the bottom, all you got to do is hit the drop down to get rid of it. But this is Kontakt 8. As you can see, of course, they continued the character and sort by stuff up here, and they have this they updated the UI a little bit, and I just love the way that it look. But now what we're going to start with, we're going to start right here with a brand new edition called Conflux. So let's just look at it real quick here. Let's pull it up. And as you can see, oh my gosh. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is look at Conflux. Now, Conflux is a new experimental sound design instrument. So there is ways that you can design in here that is just crazy, right? So first of all, they have some amazing sounds that you can go through. Now, I'm just randomly picking here. This is just crazy. I'm gonna go ahead. It's already selected here. Okay, so just keep going. Whew. Crazy sounds just all the way through, right? Now, with Conflux is more, like I said again, is more of an experimental sound design. Now, according to Native Instrument, what they say here is that you add dynamic movement to otherwise static sample using real-time waveable manipulation, including coveted PPG wavetables. And so the idea of Conflux is the really sound design. That's like the idea of it. So really there's no knobs. There's a couple knobs. I'm sorry, not no knobs, but there's a couple knobs here. But as you can see, there are macros, right? So they're not consumed to anything. Now, once you go in here, let's see if you choose one, then now you're seeing them. But the idea is to come here to Conflux and really dive in, right? So now let's just pull up one of them. It doesn't matter which one it is. Let's go here, right? And so now you have your blend, right? Now I'm using my MK3, I'm sorry, not MP3, but MK3 here. And so as you can see here, even this just looks beautiful, right? And so what we're going to do here is that I am using my pitch bend here. Now you have your velocity. There is just random. You have your cutoff and all of that good stuff, right? But you can come here to edit, and here's where the fun is right here. This is where the fun starts. because in here you can go in here and do whatever you want to do. Matter of fact, they advise you to go here and just dig in and do whatever you want to do. You have all kind of different things. I'm not going to go over all these. There's standard synthesizer options that you can choose, but they just allow you to go so deep to where you can just come up with anything with this, right? And then of course you have your settings that will allow you to do some more things in there also, but this is more of triggers and glides and blah blah blah. But the edit is where the fun is, right? Now I got this track that I was working on, and basically I'm just kind of creating ideas in here, right? Now, this particular track right here is Conflux, and I want you to just kind of hear what this sounds like here, right? Now, this is I'ma Be Passing. I guess that's what that is. I pulled this up, did some dialing in on here. I kind of got it to where I wanted it to do for the particular track, so it's just kind of fit like this. Right, and I wanted to fit with this second part here. Right, so it stands out a little bit. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want it to be super loud. I just wanted to kind of stand on its own. It's not even finished. I'm not even finished with the sound because I don't want it to stop. I want it to just continue to go. I wanted to have that little tail on the end of it. But anyway, the sound is there, right? There are so many different sounds in here that you can just go in and doctor up and make it whatever you want to do. I feel that this will be more for cinematic or, you know, scores, in my opinion. But there are some in there that you can make out of like tracks like R&B, hip hop, different things like that. You just got to dial it to fit what you try to do. So yeah, that is Conflux. That is Conflux. All right. And so now, next thing we want to do here, we want to dive even a little deeper. Now, this right here is just crazy, right? So there was a new release of a couple different products here, and I want to show you how Native have upgraded Kontakt 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right back here. This is the phrase 2, and this is Kithara, right? I think I'm saying that name right. So we're going to switch over to the controller here. Now, one thing I do want to show you for sure is how I look on the MK3. This whole little deal here, being able to go through and edit however you want to edit here. Now this one, Kithara is edited by layers. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's layer 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's fragment, and then there's character, and then there's an area where you can mix it. And you can go in and really dial in the sounds here, which, you know, I may do a separate video on that because, man, it's just worth it. It's just worth it. But anyway, we're going to come back here. Now, the way this is set up is that they have Kontakt 8 here has a tool area and it has an instrument area. And so now you're able to use the tool area, which is going to be either your phrase 2. And I'm going to click this. You know what? I'm going to pull this up because I want you to see this. And I'll pull up a blank one. So now, let's say if I wanted to use Conflux here, right? And we're gonna go ahead and add this back here. I wanna add this particular sound here. Now, I'm just pushing one button, and now I have these different options. So I can come to chords or phrases. I'm gonna go to chords, and now you have these options of these chord structures, right? So let's just say if I took this one is darkness, right? So with darkness, now I have a tool, I have my chord set here at the very top. You'll see the chord set, and then if you slide up a little bit, you'll see your Conflux, right? So these particular chords, if I hit one key, oh, hold on, I think I'm on the wrong one. Give me 1 second. All right, and so now what you'll see is that at the very top, you'll see I chose darkness as a chord tool, and then I have Conflux as the actual sound. So I have a tool and an instrument. Now, if you notice here, I can even add more instruments to this if I wanted to. Crazy. This is just beyond anything. You can control them individually here, right? So for the sake of the video, I'm just going to keep it here. Now, I can come here to darkness. If I hit one key, right here is showing you the actual key that I'm choosing, right? So I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Now, on the MK3, it will show you, and I'll just kind of go there for a second. In the Kontakt version of this is where you can add your performance. So you can add octaves, harmonize, you can strum it, you can strum down or up or whatever the case may be. Here's your key. I want to go in the key of E, and I want to go in E minor. Now you'll see that in those different keys, right? And so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the screen here. Now, the whole concept of this is that you can go up and down the keyboard, and it just selects it over and over again in different octaves. And so when you see that on the screen here, if I start on, and they all start on C, from C is all the white keys. So you have C, D, E, F, all the way to the C again, but the C starts in another pitch. Right? Same keys, right? So if I go from here to here, same key, but at different pitches or octaves, right? So that is really, really cool. They really thought this out on the creative side, on the side of just being creative, right? And so if I pull this up, now you're seeing I have the Kithara pulled up here. Now, the sounds in here is crazy. Now, this is made of guitars, and I think that it would be worth to go in here and actually hear the sounds. So we're gonna pull up Kithara, and so now you'll see Kithara here. So what I'm gonna do is, you'll notice I still have my card tool pulled up. That guitar sound is just crazy to me. So we're gonna go through now. If you notice, here and here is matching, right? That's crazy. That's just crazy, bro. So let's go through some of the sounds that Kithara have. Let's go to here. We just click on a couple of them. All right. Now you get the gist of what this actually sounds like, but the way that Native Instrument explains is that it's their flagship instrument. This is a premium collection of guitars and plucked string instruments transformed with creative performance techniques for cinematic sound design. And so this is going to be one of those that fall within the sound design category. So if you are creating for movies, film, or whatever the case may be, this is going to be right up your alley. Now, me, myself, I definitely did create some with this for the sake of the video. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take a listen at what was created with this part of it. So I love how that sounded with that vocal. The guitars added this real nice pattern that I just kind of love with what it was doing. Just natural. I didn't do anything to it. It just sounded like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, now, so with the intro, after I added that beautiful sound, now, here's the thing that you do not know, is that the actual sound itself of Kithara does not sound like that automatically. It had help from my next feature here, which is the phrase tool. The phrase tool is a dynamic addition to the Kontakt. Trust you me, this will be used by a lot of people. Now, with phrases, you can instantly add creativity. Now, these are curated MIDI content and randomized options. What you have to understand is that with this particular phrase, with the phrase tool, you have so many different options with it, right? So I'm just going to play what it's doing, right? This is just from the beginning here. Yo, that is just crazy. It added like this idea of these random, what I like to call sparkles, that you can create that would just kind of fit with different ideas. So maybe you have an idea where you have the chorus down, but you want to add like this sparkle with it. This idea is just amazing. So now you have chord tools and the phrases tools. So them two together is just dynamic. Now, with the phrase tool, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, you have a randomized button, you have your dynamics, you have your octave, you can even speed up or slow down the tempo, you can add swing to it. This is where the magic is right here. You can test these out. Now, if you notice, this little bar is filling up, right? This bar right here is where everything is happening. You can change the rotation where it starts at, different things like that. You can invert it where we're at. So it's slightly different, right? So you can just come in here and really play. Hit the dice and it'll just put whatever you want to put out there. It's random. You can go here to the global. You can even add more in here. You can add the pitch, the velocity. You can quantize, you can bend it. There's just so many different things you can do. You can also come in here, hit that, and edit the tool itself. So this is global and this is just a tool. So the ideas are endless on what you can do in here. And now it has the same exact way as the chords tool that you can come in here and pick which option that you want to pick. They have made Kontakt 8 a complete creative tool. I don't know if everybody will get this or not, but this is a very, very creative tool all in one. Being that you can add multiple instruments just for now, just crazy. So now, even further, we're going to look at Leap. Leap is a whole nother realm, right? So what I want to do is I want to show you the idea that I'm coming up with this particular track. This is just me creating ideas, right? So I want to show you this. As I go here, this particular part, I want to look for, this is like a chorus, and then I want to add a transition of some sort that's going to give me another feel. Maybe I don't know if it'll be like the finalized thing, but it just ideas that I'm throwing at it. So I'm gonna just play this. All right, and so now that I've created the idea, I created the actual transition that I wanted to go into. And so what I did was I went to this particular option right here, which is leaps. Now, let me look at you when I say this. If anybody know me, you know I've rocked with arcade and I've created in the arcade, I've created kits, all those different things. This is the icing on the cake. For it to all be in one product is the icing on the cake. Native have made this where you can stick right here in Kontakt 8 and you can create all kind of ideas. This is brilliant in my opinion. So what did I do with this? Well, what I did was I went in here and just created like a particular This is beautiful. Now, this was from First Date. Now, in here, you have this. So basically, you have kits. You got kits in here, and you can create different loops and different things like that, right? So if I come here, this is crazy. So now you can go through and add your ideas here, right? So what I did was now, what did I do? I did this one. This is my option, right? But I had to slow it down. So from here, there's so many different things I could do, right? If I play this, I can have the option to skip through it like that, chop it up, which is crazy, right? I can take a pitch up, or I can take it down. I can take this, just chop it, repeat it, right? Or speed it up, slow it down. Now, no matter what I hit is gonna be in key. Now, one thing you should know is that there's so many different options in there. There's already different groups in here. There's already a bunch of different sounds. It's endless. It's endless. And I know I'm going to have to do another video on these individually, because I'm just kind of skipping through it just so I don't make the video super long, because man, just dialing into this, it would take a while to just dive in and really find out what everything does. All right, and so last but not least, this right here was one of the things that it was just way out there, man. This was that thing where I don't know if a lot of people are going to really get what's going on with this particular part here. Of course, we know about all the chord phrases. We know about Conflux. We know about Kithara, and we know about leap. But this loop, these loops and one shots, let me just show you what I'm talking about, right? So here we go. So I have a blank Kontakt 8 here. In this blank Kontakt 8, I am going to come here and I'm gonna go to loops. Now, these are all the loops that I have within the expansions that has went out, old and new. So you have all the old loops. You have even the new ones from the leap. You have all of that going on, right? So if I come here, let's say I want a lo-fi vibe, right? And with the lo-fi vibe, I'm gonna let's use this bass. I'm just double click it. It's gonna add it to Leap as a custom kit. You'll see this is a custom kit, right? This is now turned into a Leap kit, right? It's a custom kit that I can play, right? So now what I'm going to do from here, I'm gonna go back and let's say I want to add some vocals. So now I'm gonna go to a older kit, right? So let's just go to rare vibrations. We got this chord right here. So we're gonna go to our next option over here, our empty slide. We're gonna add this. Look at that. So now we have that added and we know it's at 150, but this is synced to 120. It's in E minor. So I'll tell you what, let's do one that is, we're gonna do another bass. Let's do this one. All right. So now that sounds crazy and all of that, but the idea is that now you can create a custom link. I'm sorry, not a custom link, a custom kit within Leap, right? So if I want to take this and I can add 8 voices to it, and I can like hit all 8 voices at the same time. There's so many different ideas that I can create with this thing, man. I have access to all of my native instrument loops in here, all of them, all of them that come with the expansion kits. I have them. So let's say if I didn't want a bass there, let's just say I want some drums. Let's do that. Oh, I think the other one's still going. Okay, stop. I want you to stop. Oh, here we go. This is too fast or whatever the case may be. I can come here. Let's do halftime. That's crazy. That's crazy. You've created a whole completely new idea. Just going through the new features. I'm going to do another video on each individual in depth so we can really get the gist. I think if people really understand what is happening here, like if you as a music producer, if you can understand what Kontakt 8 just did, oh my gosh, you will understand. It's endless the things that you can do. But I wanted to just go through this particular video with you guys. But if you can just really catch this, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a great idea. It's a beautiful idea, and I hope people catch it, man. If they don't, I don't really know what to do. I don't know how to help you with it. But anyway, man, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Just know, like I said, I'm going to do individual videos. Be on the lookout for that, because we have to go over this. This is my duty to make sure that you know what all this can do and the endless possibilities that you can get from this. So make sure you tune in, and until the next video, man, peace out.